Hello everyone, welcome back on your YouTube channel of Lalbagh Girls Inter College. Here I have taken the topic microsporogenesis, which comes under the sporogenesis. So what is sporogenesis? Sporogenesis is the process of formation of spores. This is of two types. One is the microsporogenesis and second is the megasporogenesis. Microsporogenesis is found in the male part of the flower, which you have already learned in the previous lecture, the various part of the flower. And this microsporogenesis process occurs in the male part, which is called androecium. And the megasporogenesis, second one is the megasporogenesis, which is found in the female part of the flower, which is called gynoecium. So, before we go through this microsporogenesis process, I have tell you about some terminologies of the androecium. So, here I have drawn the typical structure of the androecium. The androecium contains three parts: the anther, the filament, anther, which bears two thecas. This theca is also called lobes, the first lobe and the second lobe. So, if I draw the typical structure of the anther, here we found two thecas or two lobes, lobe or we can say theca. Typically, androecium contains two theca, 1 and 2. Sometimes only one theca is also found. This theca further divided into chambers. These chambers are called microsporangia, in which microspores are found. These microspores are pollen grains. So we can say that these microsporangia contains microspores. So those who have not seen the male part or androecium of the flower, I'll show you. This is your androecium containing two parts, anther and the filament. These anther sometimes two-lobed or a single-lobed. So when two lobes are present, the chamber or the anther is called diathecus. If only one chamber is present, then it is called monothecus. Diathecus means four chambers are present, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then this condition is called diathecus. When only one lobe is present, then you can see only two chambers are present. So, two sporangia, and this structure or this condition is called monothecus condition. This is found in hibiscus. You can see only one theca is present. So here we have seen the structure where I'll show you the microsporogenesis process. So this is the position where microsporogenesis occurs. This is the chamber. This chamber is called microsporangia. In this microsporangia, these microsporangia contains a meristematic mass of cells. These mass of meristematic cells have the capacity to divide. And in these cells, lot of cells behave as a microspore mother cell. You have seen these pictures in your books. So these are the chambers of anther. In these chambers, so many cells behave as a microspore mother cell. These microspore mother cells divide meiotically. Meiotically means meiosis occurs. There are two terms, meiosis and the mitosis. In the process of meiosis, after division, 4 cells are formed, and in case of mitosis, only 2 cells will form. So here, mitotic division occur. So after mitotic division, here 4 cells will form. These 4 cells, what becomes? Behave as a spore tetrad. So these are called microspore, or we can say pollen grain. Microspore, or we can say pollen grains, which you have seen in this flower before in the previous lecture. Here you can see this is the anther, and this is in dehydrated condition, and here pollen grains comes out. These are the pollen grains, and these are pollen grains formed by the process of microsporogenesis, where in the chamber or microsporangia, so many meristematic cells behave as a microspore mother cell. In these microspore mother cell, they divide meiotically, and after division they form spore tetrad. Spore tetrad may be of different shape and kind. Here a spore tetrad is formed in a T-shaped manner. 1, 2, 3 and 1 is behind this. So a typical structure of pollen grain, I will show you the typical structure of pollen grain. Here 2 layers are found. Outer one is called exine, inner one is called intine, and here is one nuclei is also present. Nucleus is present, and here is germ pore. Through this germ pore, pollen tube arises. So here I have shown you the typical structure of pollen grain. So we can say pollen grain has 2 layers, bilayer. Outer one is exine, which is a tough layer substances. It contains fatty substances. This fatty substances make it somewhat thick or somewhat leathery also. And this structure is resistant to some diverse condition, adverse condition like high temperature, heat, and etc. So this structure also contains a hardest substance which is called sporopollenate. So which is this question comes under your competition based questions. So here we will shut down this topic, the process of microsporogenesis. After microsporogenesis, don't be confused with the microsporogenesis and the gametogenesis. Here a single structure is formed after microsporogenesis, is called pollen grain, which behave as a male gametophyte for the next phenomena, which is called gametogenesis. So here we will stop with this topic, and in the next lecture we will tell you about the gametogenesis, male gametogenesis. Thank you for watching this video.